Hello, Brianna. This will be some week 3 video feedback, and I'll begin with the discussion about Jeff Koons and the Frank Davidovich ad for NAFNAF. And I'll also talk about 2.2 and 2.3. I hope this is not too public for you. We're all at the same place in terms of Illustrator, and I know that people will learn from each other's, I don't want to call them mistakes, but just, learning process. So anyway, welcome again to the class. Brianna, I'm glad you took the effort to actually look at the Jeff Koons, the NAFNAF ad. And, the photographer, designer, I think, was a man named Frank Davidovich, a European. And the ad is probably from the 80s, I'm guessing probably mid-80s, 86, I think I recollect. And it has all the hallmarks of postmodern advertising, kind of surreal quality to it, the mixing of cultural allusions. And then when Koons reinterpreted it, he sort of appropriated all those nuances, mostly European. I think, as Americans, we don't really register, that like pigs are used to hunt truffles. St. Bernards, there's a myth about them, delivering brandy to Swiss hikers in the Alps, that kind of thing. So, there's a lot of nuance that we don't get that Koons, I feel, appropriated just by picking that one ad, so emblematic of its time and place, to make a sculpture out of. He knew his market. He's very wildly popular in Europe. So I like what you're doing. You're looking at your imagery in view of Koons' appropriation of imagery, and I think it's a good place to start when you start looking for imagery for your projects. Brianna, here's your submission. Really nice, and I see that you've got. See what you have in your Word document. Let me open that up first. And here I see the Photoshop document. Okay, that's with your sources, and that's the original. Great job. Hey, as you learn about layers and what are called meta tags in images, digital images, think about including all this on its own layer in the Photoshop document, just the link and the text. That maybe you turn off the visibility. That's called meta tags. That's information about a image or document that you can't see immediately. Brianna, here's your very competent mask too. It's tricky, this kind of thing, but it looks like you've got it. You've also put a adjustment layer there with regard to hue and saturation. Now, ideally, you wouldn't need to have the original as well. The mask should work independently of the original, and it shouldn't touch it shouldn't, destroy any pixels in the original. But, the interest of, you do have it there. You could lower your file size, though, by having the original with a mask on it. You could have probably avoided this masking layer altogether. But good job. I think you've got the idea of non-destructive image editing. The last thing I want to look at here is your file size, and so I'm going up under image editing or image size. Yeah, I see it's 8 by 10 at 300 dpi. It should be just right for the print ad as well as the web banner. Good going.